Most people are investing in completely the wrong order, and it is costing them thousands of dollars every single year. If you have got money to invest but you are not sure where it should go first, this video is going to save you from making expensive mistakes. What's up everyone? Welcome back to Wealth Can Do. Today, I am breaking down the exact step-by-step order you should invest your money in 2026. This is not theory. This is the proven wealth-building hierarchy that actually works. And here is why the order matters. If you are maxing out your Roth IRA before paying off your 18% credit card debt, you are literally losing money. If you are buying individual stocks before getting your employer 401k match, you are leaving free money on the table. So stick with me for the next 10 minutes, and I'm going to give you a clear roadmap that tells you exactly where every dollar should go, in the exact right order. Let us get into it. Step 1. Build your $1,000 emergency starter fund. The very first thing you need to do, before investing a single penny anywhere, is build a $1,000 emergency starter fund. Why? Because life happens. Your car breaks down, your phone dies, you have an unexpected medical bill. Without this buffer, you will end up putting emergencies on a credit card, and boom, you are back in debt. Here's how to do it. Open a high-yield savings account. In 2026, you can get 4% to 5% APY at banks like Marcus by Goldman Sachs, Ally Bank, or American Express Personal Savings. Do not use your regular checking account for this, because you'll spend it. Set up automatic transfers. Even if it is just $50 a week, automate it. You will have your $1,000 in about 5 months. If you can hustle harder, sell stuff, pick up overtime, or do a side gig, you can hit this in 30 days. This money sits there and does nothing except give you peace of mind. It is boring, but it is essential. You cannot build wealth on a shaky foundation. Once you hit $1,000, move to Step 2. Step 2. Get your full employer 401k match. If your employer offers a 401k match, this is literally free money, and it is your #1 investing priority. Here is how it typically works. Your employer might match 50% or 100% of your contributions up to a certain percentage of your salary. For example, they might match 100% of the first 3% you contribute, or 50% up to 6%. Let us do the math. If you make $60,000 a year, and your employer matches 100% of the first 3%, that is $1,800 they are giving you for free. That is an instant 100% return on your money. There is no investment in the world that guarantees that. So here is what you do. Contribute exactly enough to get the full match. If they match up to 3%, you contribute 3%. If they match up to 6%, you contribute 6%. Not a penny more at this stage, because we have other priorities first. Check with your HR department or your 401k provider, usually Fidelity, Vanguard, or Charles Schwab, to find out your company's match policy. Then log into your payroll and adjust your contribution percentage. If your employer does not offer a match, or you are self-employed, skip this step and keep moving. Step 3. Pay off high-interest debt. Now we tackle the wealth killer, high-interest debt. I am talking about anything above 6% interest. Credit cards, personal loans, payday loans, buy now, pay later schemes that charge interest, car loans above 6%, any of it. Why this comes before more investing? Because if you are paying 18% interest on a $5,000 credit card balance, it's $900 a year in interest alone. Even the best investment returns average 10% annually. You literally cannot outinvest high-interest debt. You are running on a treadmill going backward. Here is your attack plan. List all your debts with interest rates above 6%. Use either the avalanche method, pay off highest interest first, or the snowball method. Pay off smallest balance first for psychological wins. I personally prefer avalanche because it saves you the most money. Throw every extra dollar at this debt. Pause investing beyond your employer match. I know that feels wrong, but trust me. You are getting a guaranteed 18% return by paying off that credit card versus a hopeful 10%. Return in the stock market. Cut expenses. Use those 10 things we talked about in my recent short. Sell stuff. Pick up extra work. Get aggressive. Once all debt above 6% is gone, you are ready for Step 4. Important note. Student loans and mortgages under 6% stay for now. We will address those later. Step 4. Build your full 3 to 6 month emergency fund. Remember that $1,000 starter fund? Now we're building the real deal. Your full emergency fund should cover 3 to 6 months of essential expenses. Not your income, your expenses. Big difference. Here's how to calculate it. Add up your monthly essentials: rent, mortgage, utilities, food, insurance, minimum debt payments, transportation. Multiply that by 3 to 6 months, depending on your situation. Use 3 months if you have a stable job. You're in a 2-income household. You have good job prospects in your field. Use 6 months if you are self-employed or work on commission. You are a single-income household. Your industry is volatile. You have dependents. Keep this in the same high-yield savings account earning 4 to 5%. This is not invested in the stock market because you need it to be stable and accessible. This fund protects you from life's curveballs: job loss, medical emergencies, major home or car repairs. With this in place, you won't have to sell investments at a loss or go into debt when something goes wrong. This step takes discipline. It might take 6 months to 2 years depending on your income. Stay focused. Step 5. Max out your HSA if you have one. If you have a high-deductible health plan (HDHP), you are eligible for a health savings account. And this is the most tax-advantaged account that exists in the United States. Here is why it is amazing. Triple tax advantage. Contributions are tax-deductible. The growth is tax-free. Withdrawals for qualified medical expenses are tax-free. No other account does this. 2026 contribution limits. Individual coverage, $4,300. Family coverage, $8,550. If you are 55 plus, add another $1,000 catch-up contribution. Here is the strategy. Max out your HSA contributions and invest the money in low-cost index funds within your HSA. Don't just leave it in cash. Most HSA providers, Fidelity, Lively, Health Equity, let you invest once you hit a certain balance. Pay your current medical expenses out of pocket if you can, and let your HSA grow tax-free for decades. After age 65, you can withdraw for any reason, not just medical, without penalty, though you will pay income tax on non-medical withdrawals. Basically, it becomes a second 401k. If you do not have an HSA or HDHP, skip this step and move on. Step 6. Max out Roth IRA. Now we get to the Roth IRA, one of the most powerful wealth-building tools available. Here is how it works. You contribute after-tax money, so no tax deduction now, but it grows completely tax-free, and you pay 0 taxes when you withdraw in retirement. 0. After decades of compound growth, that is massive. 2026 contribution limits. $7,000 per year if you are under 50. $8,000 per year if you are 50 or older. Income limits. Single filers. Full contribution if you make under $146,000, phased out by $161,000. Married filing jointly. Full contribution under $230,000, phased out by $240,000. If you make too much, look into a backdoor Roth IRA strategy. Where to open one? Vanguard, Fidelity, or Charles Schwab. All excellent. I personally use Fidelity. Open it, set up automatic monthly contributions, and invest in a target date fund or a simple 3-fund portfolio. Total stock market, international stocks, bonds. Why does this come before maxing your 401k? You may ask. It is because of its flexibility. You can withdraw your contributions, not earnings, anytime without penalty. Your 401k is locked until 59.5, plus you have way more investment choices in an IRA than most 401k plans. Max this every single year if you can. It is $583 a month for the $7,000 limit. Your future will thank you. Step 7. Max out your 401k. Remember back in Step 2 when we only contributed enough to get the employer match? Now we are coming back to max out the rest. 2026 contribution limits. $23,500 per year if you are under 50. $31,000 per year if you are 50 or older, includes $7,500 catch-up. This is aggressive, and most people will not be able to do this while also maxing their Roth IRA. That is okay. Do what you can. Traditional versus Roth 401k. If your employer offers a Roth 401k option, here's the general rule. Choose Roth 401k if you're young, in a lower tax bracket now. Expect higher income in retirement. Choose traditional 401k if you are in a high tax bracket now, want the immediate tax deduction. Many people do a mix. I split mine 50/50. Investment choices. Inside your 401k, choose low-cost index funds. Look for target date funds or total market index funds with expense ratios below 0.20%. Avoid anything actively managed or with high fees. If you can max this out, you're putting away over $30,000 a year in tax-advantaged accounts. That is serious wealth building. Step 8. Invest in taxable brokerage account. If you have made it this far, and you still have money to invest, congratulations, you are in rare territory. Now we open a taxable brokerage account. Where to open? Same places as your Roth IRA, Vanguard, Fidelity, or Schwab. What to invest in? Keep it simple. Total stock market index funds like VTI or FXAIX. Total international stock index funds like VXUS or FTIHX. And maybe some bonds depending on your age and risk tolerance. A simple portfolio, 60% total US stock market, 30% total international stock market, 10% total bond market. Rebalance once a year. Tax efficiency matters here. Unlike your 401k and Roth IRA, you'll pay taxes on dividends and capital gains. So choose tax-efficient funds. Hold for at least a year to get long-term capital gains rates which are lower, and consider tax loss harvesting. This is also where you might invest in real estate REITs, I-bonds for inflation protection or other assets. Bonus steps and final priority. What about low-interest debt, like student loans and mortgages? If your interest rate is below 4 to 5%, I would personally keep paying the minimum and invest the difference. A 3% mortgage while the market returns 10% is actually a good use of leverage. But if debt stresses you out, there is nothing wrong with paying it off early for peace of mind. What about saving for a house? If you are planning to buy in the next 3 to 5 years, save that down payment in a high-yield savings account or short-term CDs. Do not invest it in the stock market because you can't afford the risk of a downturn right before you need it. What about kids' college? 529 plans are great, but they come after your own retirement is secure. You can borrow for college, you cannot borrow for retirement. Alright, let us recap the order one more time. Number 1. $1,000 emergency starter fund. 2. Employer 401k match. 3. Pay off high-interest debt over 6%. 4. Full 3 to 6 month emergency fund. 5. Max out HSA if eligible. 6. Max out Roth IRA. 7. Max out 401k. 8. Taxable brokerage account. Follow this order and you will build serious wealth. This is the system. It is not sexy, it is not complicated, but it works. Now here is what I need from you. If this video helped you understand where your money should go, hit that like button. It helps the YouTube algorithm show this to more people who need it. Subscribe to Wealth Can Do if you have not already. Because I am putting out content every single week to help you build real wealth, not just look rich. And share this video with someone who is just starting their investing journey or anyone who has been asking you where they should invest first. Send it to them right now. Drop a comment below and let me know what step you are currently on. Are you still building your emergency fund? Are you maxing your Roth IRA? Let me know where you are in the journey. Thanks for watching, and remember, wealth is not about looking rich, it is about being financially free. I will see you in the next one.